Hey guys, BioLizard1 here, and today I'll be bringing you another episode of budget building. And today I'm going to look at Infernoids. Infernoids have been a deck that has been out, I think, 2 sets ago. It has gotten some cool support in Clash of Rebellions, and therefore a lot of people are wanting to play this deck. I'm going to guide you through which cards you'll be needing in order to play this deck and how much this will cost you. For the people that don't really know what Infernoids do, well, let's go quickly over their effects. So you actually have quite some level of Infernoid monsters, ranging from level 1 to level 4 is one category, you can say, and from level 5 to the highest level, level 10. All cards basically have a DD Crow effect. And by this I mean, when they're on the field, they can tribute themselves, so they get sent to the graveyard. And you can banish one card from your opponent's graveyard. It doesn't matter if it's a monster, spell, or trap, you can just banish it. However, there are some restrictions. The small guys, let me call them small guys, but I mean the cards going from level 1 to 4, they can only do this during the opponent's turn, while the cards ranging from level 5 to level 10, from 5 to level 8, can do it on both players' turns, so it's basically a quick effect. And then we have two special cases, Infernoid Deviati and Infernoid Nunku, who are the boss monsters. Infernoid Deviati, when summoned, it can destroy all spell or trap cards on the field except for void cards. Infernoid Nunku does the same but with monsters. And in addition, they can also negate monster effects and spell cards. So they're actually a really cool and rounded archetype. They do remind everyone a bit of Dragon Rulers, because in order to special summon them, you have to tribute monsters. And the small guys, level 1 to 4, only need one Infernoid monster to be banished from your hand or the graveyard, while the cards going from level 5 to 8 require 2 monsters to be banished, and the monsters of level 9 and 10 require 3 monsters to be banished. Anyway, that's just a small introduction. I can't go into this into more detail. I expect that people who are wanting to build this deck do realize what they're dealing with and are looking for what cards they'll be needing. So in order to give an example of which cards you'll be needing for your Infernoid deck, I have these cards, this deck already set for you. This is an Infernoid deck I play myself, so this gives you kind of an idea of which cards you'll be needing. I'm not going to put a price on the staples cards, because those cards are basically assume that you'll have them. So I'm just going to go over the cards that are really important for the deck core, and if you don't have them, you can't really play the deck. So first off, you see I run 3 Antras, I run 3 Harmadics, I run 3 Pats. So this basically means that from the cards that require only one card to be banished, I run 3 copies of them. Seismitus, I run 2, Atondel, I run 3. And then the boss monsters, Deviati, I decided to run 2 of these because I think that spell and trap negation is really essential when playing this deck. Once you can get rid of the opponent's back row, it's really easy for you to go for the kill. So this card is quite essential. This card is less essential, but I've been going to an opinion where this card is getting more and more important, because Clive 4 Turbo is a thing, and this card can just destroy Clive 4 towers really fast. So also you see I'm running a Lightstorm engine. The Lightstorm engine will cost you about 3 euros, maybe less. Combined with the Card Trooper engine, you might settle at 4 euros or something. So that being said, I'm not going to go over those prices too much in detail. You'll need Burial from a different dimension as well, which has received a lot of reprints, so that won't be very cheap. The card that will probably be more expensive is Galaxy Cyclone, but I think this is one of the cards you really need in the deck, because when you're facing a deck that mains Vanity's Emptiness and who does not main Vanity's Emptiness, you really need an out for that, because that card does not allow you to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So because you're going to be milling a lot with Reasoning and Monster Gate, I can say that this card is safe to run, because you can activate it from your graveyard, of course. So this is going to be the most expensive card in the deck, basically. Anyway, now you've seen the numbers, I can provide you with the prices. So first off, Infernoid Decatron. It's a level 1 tuner and can send any Infernoid monster from your deck to the graveyard. So it basically makes the deck. So like I said, you'll have to run 3 of those. If you're looking at the price, you'll see that the cheapest one at TCG Market comes at 3.40 euros. And this is about the price it will settle, I think. Yeah, so if you want to pick up a playset of this, remind yourself that you'll be going to spending 3 to 4 euros per card on that, so total euros in total. Then up next we have Antra. Antra is the bouncer, so you can summon it by banishing 1 Infernoid monster from your hand or graveyard. When it's on the field, you can activate its effect to bounce 1 monster to the hand. It has to be face up, and on your opponent's turn you can treat it as a DD Crow. Now the cheapest one comes at 2.50 euros, so you'll be needing 3 of those as well, which will come at 7.50 euros. Then we go into the next card, our level 3, which is Infernoid Harmodic, and this card is the most expensive Infernoid monster on the market. As you'll see right here, the cheapest one comes at 22.50 euros. And you'll be needing 3 of those. So this is going to be your most expensive Infernoid monster. What does the card do? Same as the other small guys. You can special summon it from your hand by tributing by banishing 1 Infernoid monster from your hand or graveyard. When it's summoned, you can activate its effect, which is basically destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field. It's a really good card, especially with Infernoid Decatron, because Decatron can send Harmodic. Decatron copies Harmodic's effect, can use the effect, and you'll have a level 4 tuner after that, so really nice. Then we have the cheapest Infernoid monsters, Patrulia. When it's summoned, you can pop 1 spell or trap card. You can use its effect once per turn. Also serves as a DD Crow, of course, on your opponent's turn, just like Harmodic and Antra. It being a rare does really make it cheap, as you can see, 5 euro cents. So picking up a playset of that is not going to be very hard. Then we have the big monsters. First off, our level 7 Seismidas. It's a common, so really cheap as well. Requires 2 Infernoid monsters to banish from the hand or the graveyard. It can attack your opponent. When it attacks and destroys a monster at the end of the battle phase, it can banish a card. Importantly, this card effect does not target, so that's really nice. And it serves as DD Crow on both players' turns. Next we have Atondel, our level 8, which is also a common, so as you can see, picking up a playset of this is going to be cheap as well. This card is basically your Blackluster Soldier. Yeah, not really, but it can attack your opponent twice when it destroys a monster. And also it serves as a DD Crow and requires 2 Infernoid monsters to be banished. Let's go to the boss monsters, which require 3 Infernoid monsters to be banished from hand or grave. This is this Deviati, level 9. It comes at about 430 and you'll be needing 2 of these. And then we have Infernoid Onunku. You have some rarity differences. You have an ultimate rare, a secret rare. I assume that all people watching this video are budget builders, so they are going to go for the lowest rarity. As you see, it settles around 630, so you'll be needing only 1 of that. If you have enough money, you can pick up a second copy for your side deck in order when you're facing Cleaforce, you can take out 1 Deviati and switch it out for 1 Onunku. Then we have Galaxy Cyclone, the card that basically saves you from Vanity's Emptinage, which stops you from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! This card comes at around 30 euros, so it's quite expensive, and is also going to be one of the most expensive cards in the deck. Good thing about it is that when you mill it with, for example, Reasoning, you can banish it from the graveyard and destroy Vanity's Emptiness. The next spell card we have here is a Void Seer. Void Seer is really good because it is a quick play spell card that basically is a Forbidden Lance for your Infernoid monsters. Also, you can banish it from your graveyard in order to not see one of your Infernoid monsters die to, for example, a Bottomless Trap Hole or something. So I really recommend it at 2. The price here is about 1 euro, so really cheap. And last but not least, one of the most important cards I do consider for the extra deck is Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Why I consider this as a very good card is because it ensures you your OTK. When you can, for example, summon this card an Infernoid Ononku, and your opponent has nothing to respond, no monsters, no spell or trap costs on his or her side of the field that can stop your attacks, you won the game. Because first you attack with Infernoid Ononku, bring the opponent down to 5,000 life points when he has 8,000 to start with, and this card gains the difference, so it goes to 5,100 and finishes off your opponent. So it really necessary if you want to go for the OTK and swift win. So that was a lot of information. Let's go about that really fast again. So what do you need for playing Infernoids? You will need 3 Decatrons, which is in total 3 times 3.50 euros, 3 Infernoid Antras, 3 Infernoid Harmodic, 3 Infernoid Patrulia, 2 Seismitus, 3 Atondals, 2 Deviati, 1 Anonku, 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern, 1 Galaxy Cyclone, and 1 Void Seer. That brings you to a total of 134.74 euros, which is around 135. If you want to buy Raiden, Lumina card troopers as well, they have been reprinted in so many rarities that they won't cost you that much. So let's assume that you can play this deck for about 140 euros. Anyway, this was the second episode of Building on a Budget, building Infernoids. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about the deck list or about the deck in general, feel free to go to the comment section below and ask your questions. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.